I want to share with you 5 lessons that has been very powerful and useful for me in my spiritual journey. Lessons that might help you a lot and save you a lot of time and unnecessary struggle and inner conflict. Lesson number 1: don't try to get rid of your unpleasant emotions. This has been a big lesson for me over the years. I was really struggling for 10 years with severe depression and despair and so on. I was fighting and fighting and fighting and trying to find a way to get rid of the emotions, trying to get out of it, trying to all sorts of ways I could in order to be free of the unhappiness or unpleasant emotions and sensations and energies. But it wasn't until I surrendered completely to just having these feelings, to just to just being miserable for the rest of my life, to be honest. I said, okay, I can't fight this. I've been fighting it for 10 years and I can't seem to find a way out of it. And it may last for 10 more years, 20 more years, the rest of my life. I don't know. I honestly don't know at all. So there's no way for me to get past this. So in that moment, I decided that, okay, if I can't beat it, I can at least not fight against it. So in that moment, I surrendered completely, not in order to get rid of it, but because I didn't know what else to do. So I surrendered to it. And that took away 70%, I think, I would say at least, of all my suffering, 100% of all the very extreme forms of suffering. And it took away everything, all of that for forever. I don't know. It's been 7 years. None of it ever came back. Over time, I have learned more and more. Again and again, these lessons keep coming up, to not fight the emotions, to not fight the unpleasantness. Rather, what I would suggest is transform your relationship to these emotions. The unpleasant emotions is something that will keep coming. It's part of life, part of the flow and dynamic of life. So we got to find a new way to meet these emotions, to allow these emotions. They're going to be here as part of it. So how are we going to relate to it? My suggestion is, and what works for me, is to meet them with love, openness, and welcome them. To welcome and allow them, and to see them as lessons. What can we learn from them? How can them deepen our capacity to love and to stay present and to embrace all of life as it is? Lesson number 2, don't beat yourself up when you forget to rest as presence. This is a very useful lesson too, which I have struggled with a lot. I've said this before. The great sage Nisargadatta Maharaj, he said something like, there's no fault or there's no mistake in forgetting to stay present, but there's only a failure in not returning to presence. And I had problems with this, with beating myself up when I didn't stay present. I was spending a lot of time, especially in the beginning, like forcing myself to stay present. And if I lost touch, I would be upset, and I would walk around with a sense of frustration and irritation and kind of obsessiveness that I had to stay present, and it wasn't good at all. It just kept this stuck, unpleasant emotion there, sensation that I couldn't just allow. And so the only way that has worked for me is to be okay with it, as Nisargadatta said, to allow that to be part of the journey. We will fall out of awareness, forget about our true nature for a bit, and then we will come back, and we will go back and forth like that. And whenever we come back, instead of be like, damn it, I lost it, I forgot, I did bad, I shouldn't have done that, whatever, we celebrate it. We see it as a great thing. Oh, great, here I am again. And then it can become a good thing, it can become something to celebrate, something to appreciate. And we just keep doing that. And it is like training any other thing, it's a habit. So we train that habit, and every time we pick up that habit again, it's a good thing. That's number 3. Don't make your spiritual journey into a struggle. I guess that's tied a bit up with the former lesson. Don't make it into a struggle. Don't make it into a chore. It can be a beautiful discovery, a beautiful exploration. It can be easy and understandable to want to be fully embodied, to feel love all the time, and so on, to feel peace all the time, presence all the time, and to not have to go through this. We have seen something deeper, but we're stuck in old patterns, and we struggle, and we like make it a chore, make it a job, make it like hard work that we don't really want to do, but we have to do it because instead we can see it as a discovery, an unfolding. We can witness the intelligence of life at work, which is a beautiful thing. We can witness this journey unfolding and celebrate it. To stay committed, yes, and to stay earnest and keep returning to presence, keep witnessing love, keep connecting with love and the unity of life and the beauty of life, and the mystery of it all. That we can do. That's possible, and it uplifts the whole thing. We can be attached to a sense of controlling it. Like if you notice that there's a sense of trying to control the spiritual journey to be something other than what it is now, then that is something to open up to welcome, to let go of this sense of wanting to control it, wanting to force it, wanting to push it, wanting to have an experience, have a different experience than what you have now. Lesson number 4, do not chase spiritual experiences. It's much better to to embrace all of life. In my understanding, in my opinion, that's what true spirituality is about. It's not about getting to a certain experience that you once had, a mystical experience where everything was love and everything was unity and pure bliss and peace, and you were like, there was some sort of magical experience that we can have, on the journey. But to chase that experience in order to have that be a permanent experience where there is no suffering, no struggle, no anger, no sadness, no loss, no human emotions, none of these unpleasant human emotions. That's part of life. Sorry to break it to you. True embodied spirituality is not about only having the pleasant emotions. It's about embracing all of life, even the pleasant emotions and the unpleasant emotions. We change our relationship and the way we meet these emotions. So they're not problems anymore, but they are gifts. They're lessons. They're our teachers. All of life. Life is our teacher. You probably have heard this. All of life is our teachers. And these gifts that you may push away, that I certainly have pushed away many times in my journey, as long as we push these gifts away, we cannot receive them, we cannot unpack them and receive, the lesson that they have, which is truly valuable. Promise you. So stop chasing these mystical experiences. They may come or they may not. Not even the great sages immersed in a mystical experience all the time. Lesson number 5. This is a very important one that has been a very useful lesson for me, which is don't hold on to your spiritual insights and understandings and not even teachings from other teachers. Don't hold on to it. Don't cling to it as truth. And it's easy to say, and people may say, yeah, of course, the truth is not a word. The truth is beyond that. But then maybe you've had an experience that was beyond words, and then you've taken these insights, kind of made them into ideas, made them into concepts. And then you're holding on to them, either consciously or unconsciously. And you may find, and I certainly have found that in my journey, that some of the most dearest insights and understandings that I have gained have ended up being something that was holding me back, was caging me in, caging life in. Something that I wanted life to fit into. Not consciously, I didn't notice it until I was willing to question it. If it really was true. If really, maybe, I didn't actually know. Maybe life was bigger than that. Maybe life can never fit into any insights, any understandings, any teachings. And that's certainly what I found. And as soon as I could let go of this dear, it was really dear to me, this understandings, I had to just let it go. And as soon as I did that, I felt a greater sense of freedom. I could breathe and I could move on from that little cage. And then it happened again, and it happened again, until I learned to hold all ideas and concepts lightly. Hold them lightly like a feather, no matter how dear they are to you. That is the 5th lesson. I hope these lessons can be as valuable to you as they have been to me. They have certainly taught me a lot, and they've been completely necessary for me on my journey. If you liked it, and it was useful to you and valuable, then please like and subscribe. And also, I would love to hear from you, whatever has been the most powerful and important lessons on your journey. Other than that, have a beautiful day, take care, and I wish you the best on your journey.